On two-dimensional surface, the three-dimensional arrangement of hydrogen will be seen. That kind we'll call it as Newman projection. The repulsive interaction between the electron clouds which affects the stability of a conformation is called torsional strain. LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, it will be mixture of butane and isobutane, is used as a fuel in homes as well as in industries. Hello everyone, this is Harshita Bhavasar from Vidyashram School of Excellence. Today we are starting up session 3 from the chapter Hydrocarbons. In the last class we have discussed about the physical properties and the chemical properties of alkanes. Now we will discuss about conformations of ethane, applications of alkanes and the introduction part of alkenes with its preparation. We will discuss today's session. Now we'll see the conformation of ethane. First we have to understand what is conformation. Okay. In the ethane structure, how it will be present? Ethane, this is ethane structure, correct? In this ethane structure, if you change or if you rotate one side carbon, how it will be happen? Means what will happen, the structure overall, it will be little bit tilted. So that overall conformation, that structure will be changed with respect to alkane or ethane, correct? After changing, the structure will be little bit change of previous ethane. So two changes will be seen or called as conformers. The overall phenomenon will be called as conformation. Okay. After rotation we will call it as rotamers. See here, the infinite number of momentary different spatial arrangements of the atoms or groups which arise due to the rotation around a carbon-carbon single bond are called conformers or rotational isomers or simply rotamers. This carbon atom will tilt like this or rotate like that. That overall structure will be called as conformers. The molecular geometry corresponding to a conformer is known as conformation. In ethane, that is CH3 molecule, two carbon atoms are bonded by a single covalent bond while remaining 3 valencies of carbon are satisfied by hydrogen. This is 2 carbon atom bonded by single covalent bond. Remaining 6 hydrogen has been satisfied with its valency. If one of the methyl group is kept fixed and another is rotated about, the carbon-carbon single bond is having a large number of arrangements of the hydrogen atoms on one carbon atom with respect to the hydrogen atoms on the other carbon atoms are obtained. What they are telling? This will get rotation by keeping this methyl in fixed position. This methyl group will start rotating. This infinite number of rearrangements of hydrogen atoms in space represent conformations of ethane. We'll call it as conformations of ethane. Out of these possible conformations, 2 extreme conformations are staggered and eclipsed forms. All the other intermediate conformations lying in between these 2 forms are known as Gauche or skew conformation. The main 2 conformations are staggered and eclipsed forms. In between these 2, Gauche or skew conformation will be there as an intermediate. The overall ethane is present with the 2 carbon atoms. Remaining hydrogens, 6 hydrogens are there that will be present with its valency satisfying. Understand, one methyl group will be fixed, another methyl group will be start rotating. That overall groups will be called as conformers. Okay. Major 2 conformers are or conformations are staggered and eclipsed. In between 2 an intermediate conformation will come, that will be called as Gauche or skew. Next, the three-dimensional arrangement of hydrogen atoms on carbon atoms of ethane is conveniently projected on two-dimensional surface by employing Newman projection. On two-dimensional surface, the three-dimensional arrangement of hydrogen will be seen. That kind we'll call it as Newman projection. These projections are obtained by viewing molecule along with carbon-carbon bond axis. Whatever the carbon-carbon bond is there, through this side we will watch. Understand? The carbon atom facing the observer is represented by a point and 3 hydrogen atoms or groups attached to it as shown by 3 lines drawn at an angle of 120 to each other. Means if one hydrogen is present here, 120 degree, this is 30, 60, 90, 120. Another hydrogen will be present at this angle. Understand? This is carbon. One hydrogen is fixed here. To this hydrogen, at 120 degree, another hydrogen will be present. This is 30, 60, 90, 120. For another, here another hydrogen will be present. For one among each other will having 120 degree will be present. The rare carbon atom, that is carbon away from the observer. The front carbon which is towards the observer, rare carbon away from the observer, is represented by a circle and 3 hydrogen atoms are shown attached to it by the shorter lines drawn at an angle of 120 degree. This is front carbon. To this one circle will be there. Again here hydrogen, hydrogen, here one hydrogen. Again it is 120 degree. That circle will be represented by rare carbon, that is the carbon away from the observer. With the shorter lines, the hydrogen will be present for 120 degree to each other. The Newman's projection formula for staggered, eclipsed and skew conformations of ethane shown in the figure. Coming slide, it will show by this figure. Both staggered and eclipsed form of ethane can also represent by a sawhorse projection formula as shown here. See, this is overall staggered. How they have written means, this is carbon. One point is there, no, that is carbon. Here one hydrogen. Here one hydrogen. This one is one hydrogen. This hydrogen is 120 degree to this one. This hydrogen is 120 degree. Again this one is 120 degree. Okay. Next, the rare carbon, that another carbon with shorter lines, that is the carbon which is away from the observer. This is staggered form. Okay. In the skew formation, what will happen? Again that rotation will start. This is skew and the angle between 2H is called as torsional or dihedral angle. Okay, see here eclipsed means after this is 30 degree or 60 degree is present, 30 degree, this is overall. Eclipsed means we cannot see the 2 hydrogen. Here they are showing, it will be correct back to this one on another. In Newman projection formula, see here one ethyl group is fixed, another ethyl group has been rotated. That's why this carbon is below the plane, this hydrogen is above the plane. See here, same thing, it is eclipsed. Okay, this is staggered, we have written in sawhorse. This is eclipsed. For this one they have written. Understand? These are the conformers or the conformation of ethane. I have told between the staggered and eclipse, the skew or Gauche form will come. This is that one. With the rotation, this is 120 rotation is there, no? If it is 30, if it is correct to that 90 degree, how it will be present. Next, the repulsive interaction between the electron clouds which affects the stability of a conformation is called torsional strain. The magnitude of the torsional strain depends upon the angle of rotation about carbon-carbon single bond. See here, this is torsional strain. If it is coming here, see here torsional strain is very much, means very, it has been greater here, because the rotation will bring 2 molecules very near to each other. That's why the strain is very much is there. When the angle is getting decreased, the strain will get increased. That's what they are telling here. This angle is called torsional angle or dihedral angle. The staggered conformation has least torsional strain as torsional angle is maximum and it is the most stable form. Okay, here see this angle is more, this angle is less, this is very least. That's why that stability is getting more into this staggered form comparative to skew and eclipsed. Okay, when the angle is least like this, the stability will be less because the torsional strain will be more. Therefore, the stability decreases with decrease in torsional angle. Hence, the order of stability is staggered is more, that is the most, in between skew, and least is the eclipsed, because here torsional angle is less and the overall stability is also less. This is about the conformation of ethane. Okay. Next we'll see the applications of overall alkanes. Methane in the form of natural gas, that is CNG, compressed natural gas, is used for running scooters, cars and buses. LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, it will be mixture of butane and isobutane, is used as a fuel in homes as well as in industries. Okay, methane will be used as natural gas, and also a mixture of butane and isobutane will be used as also fuel. Overall alkane will be used as a fuel to run motors or engines, any kind of domestic use. Methane is used to make carbon black, which is used in the manufacture of printing, inks, paints and automobile tires. It will be used as ink also, it will be used as automobile tires also. With respect to ink, we have discussed about the reactions of methane or alkane. When methane get incomplete combustion, it gives one dark black color that will be used as ink. Catalytic oxidation of alkanes gives alcohols, aldehydes and carboxylic acid. This is also a chemical reaction seen in alkanes. With respect to catalyst, nickel or palladium catalyst is used. That time oxygen will be added here. For the alkanes, it will become alcohol or aldehyde or carboxylic acid with respect to that reaction. So it will form other functional groups. Higher alkanes in the form of gasoline, kerosene oil, diesel, lubricant oils, paraffin wax also widely used. That higher alkanes. After C6, that is hexane, and after that it will be used as like this. Methane is used for manufacture of halogen containing compounds such as CHCl2, CHCl3 chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, which is used in solvents both in laboratory and industry. That is carbon tetrachloride, chloroform, that CH2Cl2, dichloromethane. These are all act as a solvents, or this will be used as a solvent in so many synthetic laboratories and also major industries also. These are the applications of alkenes. Okay, this completes the alkanes part. Still you have alkene and alkyne. After completion of alkane, we are moving to alkene part. Acyclic unsaturated hydrocarbon containing a carbon-carbon double bond are called alkenes. They form homologous series with the general formula CnH2n. They are also called as olefins. Okay, oil forming will be called as olefins, as lower homologous such as ethene, propene produce oily products on reaction with chlorine and bromine. Understand? This is also acyclic compound. How it will be there? This is alkene, unsaturated because double bond is present. That's why unsaturated. Acyclic, there is no cyclic nature, and their homologous series will be in CnH2n. N will be the number of carbon atoms. C1 means, that is N equal to 1 means C2. If C equal to 2 means 2 into 2, 4. See here, carbon is 2, hydrogens are 4, and it will start from, N will be starting from 2 itself. If it is 3, C3, 6. Understand? Like this, it will be present. C3H6. And we will see now structure of double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond in alkanes consisting of one strong sigma bond formed due to the head and overlapping of sp2 hybrid orbitals and one weak pi bond. Okay, and the pi electron cloud is easily attacked by electrophilic reagents. The presence of a weaker pi bond makes alkenes unstable in comparison to alkenes. See here one sigma bond is present, one pi bond is present. Due to this pi bond, this bond will become weak. Here a p orbital will be present. Understand? Due to this pi electron cloud, that overall double bond of alkene will become weak comparative to sigma bond, and comparative to alkanes, alkenes are little bit weak. Next one, nomenclature. In IUPAC system, the name of alkene is derived by replacing the suffix "ene" of the corresponding alkene by "ene." We will write every time alkane in alkene, but now it will be replaced by ene, ene, ene. The first member of alkenes is ethene. Here in alkane the first member was methane. Here the first member is ethene. Okay. In common system, name of alkene is derived by replacing the suffix "ane" of corresponding alkane by -ylene. The IUPAC of common names of few alkenes is given in the table. See here, this is ethene in the bond line structure, CH2, CH2, ethylene, and this is ethene. In the common name, YLE, Ne will be there. Here see, 1, 2, 3 carbon, that's why prop, normal, ene will be there. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, but, double bond, butene, 1, 2, 3, 4, but only, but 2 butene or beta butene, because when the double bond is present, one side alpha will be there, one side beta will be there. That's why. And this is 1, 2, 3 prop, 2 methyl propene. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 methyl butene, because from the double bond itself you have to start the numbering. Here 1, 2, 3, no problem from any side. But here double bond is present here, so you have to start from here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here you will get 2 methyl butene only. Understand? This is about the common and IUPAC names of alkene. Next, isomerism. You know what is isomerism? The compounds which contain same molecular formula but different structural formula will be called as isomerism. Alkenes exhibit both structural and geometrical isomerism. What is structural isomerism? Alkenes containing 4 and more carbon atoms show chain isomerism and position isomerism. First two, homologous ethene and propene, do not exhibit structural isomer, but higher homologous have different structures that will follow the structural isomerism. First 4, that is ethene and propene, will not follow. It will follow the chain isomerism. And here next to that, butene and all. See here, butene 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms butene. Here the position of double bond is at the first place. That's why butene. Here at the second place, here the 2-methyl propene will form. Due to the position of double bond, all names will be getting changed. The structure is getting changed, but the number of carbon atoms are same. The overall molecular formula is same. Okay, this is called the isomerism with respect to structures. Next is stereoisomerism. Okay, it is a spatial rearrangement will be different, but the same molecular formula will be present. In that geometrical isomerism in butene we are studying. In geometrical isomerism arises due to the restricted rotation around the carbon-carbon double bond. The 2 carbon atoms with double bond must be attached to 2 different atoms or groups. Compounds with the same molecular formula but differ in the arrangement of atoms or groups around carbon-carbon double bond are called geometrical isomers. The phenomenon will be called as geometrical isomerism. The structural formula of the butene is CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. Each carbon atom bonded with double bond containing 2 different substituents. Hence, butene exhibits geometrical isomerism. See here, what they are explaining means, after the rotation, how the structures will get formed and how it will be called as. This is before rotation. Both the CH3 are in the same plane. Okay, if you take it as like this, it will be on a same side, same plane, and the hydrogen are in same plane. Okay, that will be called as cis-butene. It will be also considered as nomenclature. See how you will tell it is in the same plane. CH3, that is carbon first element, is having more atomic number rather than hydrogen, that is 1. This will be 2. And here same thing, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is equivalent, here also same place 1 and 2, that's why cis. Here see 1, 2, but here 1, here 2. 2 and 2 and 1 and 1 are in a different plane. That's why it will be called as trans. If it is same, it will be called cis. If it is on the different plane, trans. It is based on atomic number. Atomic number, the priority of the element should be given first. Later on, you have to name. Cis and trans is also a kind of nomenclature. In your competitive exams, they will ask based on cis and trans also. You will study completely in your second year. Next, alkenes. Due to different arrangement of atoms or groups in space, these isomers differ in their properties like melting point, boiling point, dipole moment, solubility, etc. Different arrangement is there means obviously the different forms or different physical properties will be seen. Cis form of alkane is more polar than the trans. You know now what is polar and non-polar. That's why dipole moment of cis butene is 0.33 dBi, whereas that trans is 0. Because here opposite side is there, it will cancel each other. The dipole moment will be 0. But here in the cis stage, it will be in the same side. That's why it will not cancel. It is having some finite dipole moment of 0.33. In case of solids, the trans isomer has higher melting point than the cis form. Next is preparation of alkenes. Now we have seen the introduction part of the alkenes. How it will be prepared, we'll see now. From alkynes. Alkynes means triple bond C will be there. This is alkyne. From this one, we can prepare the alkenes. The partial reduction of alkynes with hydrogen in the presence of suitable catalyst yields corresponding alkenes. For example, catalytic reduction of alkynes with hydrogen in the presence of pelletized charcoal partially deactivated with poisons like sulfur, compounds of quinoline. Partially deactivated pelletized charcoal is known as Lindlar's catalyst. Follows syn addition predominantly gives cis alkenes. Also partially deactivated pelletized charcoal is known as Lindlar's catalyst. This is a kind of catalyst which will be used in the formation of or the preparation of alkenes from alkynes, which will be their main content is palladium. However, alkynes on reduction with sodium in liquid ammonia follows free radical path, forming trans alkenes as a major product. See here, this is an alkyne in the presence of hydrogen. What we are doing, the reduction process is going on. With respect to palladium, we are heating here, the cis alkene will form. This is syn addition. If it is again reduction is taking place in the presence of sodium and liquid ammonia is there, it will form trans alkene. It is a anti-addition, but this is a major product will be seen. Okay. This R is nothing but alkyl. You can, R will be CH3, C2H5, anything. This is also same thing. Okay. But this is major with trans, this is minor product. Next, from alkyl halides, alkenes will be prepared. When alkyl halide is heated with alcoholic potassium hydroxide, that is alcoholic KOH, which is dissolved in ethanol, that will be used. Hydrogen halide is eliminated, forming corresponding alkene. This reaction is called dehydrohalogenation. In this reaction, hydrogen atom is eliminated from the beta carbon atom as hydrogen halide. Therefore, it is called beta elimination. Beta carbon is nothing but atom adjacent to the carbon which is halogen is present. See here, first we have to understand what is alpha, what is beta. Here, for this carbon, halogen is attached or any kind of functional group is attached, that carbon will become alpha. Adjacent to this carbon, no carbon is here, it will be the adjacent, that will become beta. Here beta elimination is also taking place, dehydrohalogenation is also taking place. How it will be? This is overall alkane. Alkyl halide is treating with KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, treating with alcohol. RCH, CH2 will takes place. RCH, CH2 will form. This dehydro, one hydrogen and halide will be removed. This is dehydrohalogenation and water molecule will be eliminated. Okay, this is how from the alkyl halide the alkenes will be formed. See here, for example, ethyl bromide, this is alpha, this is beta. Okay, ethene will formed here, KBr, that is hydrogen halide. The ease of dehydrohalogenation reaction depends on the nature of halogen and alkyl group. How the dehydrohalogenation will take place? In the presence of the nature of halogen and alkyl group will be there. The order of reactivity for halogens is iodine. First it will very fastly, next bromine and chlorine. While in order of reactivity of alkyl group, tertiary, secondary, later primary will takes place. You know now tertiary, this is tertiary, this is secondary, this is primary. When one side the carbon will be attached. Next, the preparation of alkenes from alcohols. When alcohols are treated with concentrated sulfuric acid or phosphoric acid, alkenes are formed. This reaction is called acid catalyzed dehydration reaction. This will also includes the beta elimination, since OH group along with hydrogen atom from beta carbon is eliminated as water. See here also functional group, that alcohol functional group is present. That's why that carbon will be represented as alpha. Adjacent to carbon attaching functional group will be considered as beta. Here also beta elimination will take place by using concentrated H2SO4 at high temperature, that is 450 Kelvin. Ethene will be formed. Here dehydration will take place. Dehydration means water molecule will be takes place. By that ethene will be formed. Next one, from vicinal halides alkene will be formed. When 1,2 dihaloalkanes are heated with zinc metal, in the presence of methanol, corresponding alkenes are formed. This reaction is called dehalogenation. Vicinal halides means both the carbons, halogens are attached. That is vicinal halides, that is 1,2 dibromoethane. In the presence of zinc test and methanol, the ethene will form. Zinc bromide will be dehalogenation means the zinc bromine will be taken out. So ethene will form. These are the methods to prepare the alkanes from different kinds of functional groups. So in the next class, we will study about the physical properties and chemical properties of alkenes. So I hope you have understood completely what I have taught today about alkenes and conformations of ethane. So we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.